What's going on, you guys? This is Mario back again. You know, been talking about my book for the last couple of days now, and I want to give you guys, you know, more. But I want this video to entice you more to buy this book because I know some of you guys said I'm gonna buy the book, I'm gonna buy the book, I'm gonna buy the book, and some of you might actually buy the book. Some of you just don't have the money to buy it yet, or just saying, I don't know, because you guys don't really know me that well, because some of you guys only been following me for like a few months or whatever. Whereas some those of you follow me for like a year or two probably will be more enticed about my book. And then most of you guys are super young too, so so you're not at the age where you can work and whatever. But for those who are, who do have a stream of income, for those who are into poetry, for those who like my poetry, here's the four reasons why you should buy my book. So the first reason I said is good poetry. So if you like poetry, like if you not I got similes, metaphors, imagery, rhyme schemes, all the stuff that that you will that makes a good poem. That's in my book. All that's in my book. Because I want to make sure that you guys know that I'm not just that I'm a good writer. You guys will know that I take my time writing these poems. I don't just rush them. Like what I mean. Well, I do kind of rush them in a way, but the thing about it is, I think about it. Like I actually think about the poem before I actually start writing. But once I start writing, it can be done in like 5. It can be done like in 2 minutes, or sometimes 2 hours, sometimes 2 days, even. Depending on what subject I'm talking about and and whatnot. But basically, what I'm trying to say is that that I want this. That I made this book I made this book, for those who like poetry. So if you're somebody who follows spoken word, who writes your own poems, as a hobby, you should enjoy this book definitely. The next reason is it's from the heart. So this book, I'm talking about my personal experience, most of the time, mostly. So I'll speak about things like, being a college student, being from the hood, having stability. Like I speak on a ways that a lot of you guys can relate, in a way that a lot of you guys can relate because a lot of you guys are going through that stuff. A lot of you guys, are college students, you guys are college graduates and just trying to make it in the world, trying to find a job and trying to find ways to make money. Um, you know, I live in the hood. I still live in the hood, and you know, or living with your parents. I live with my mom still. Like a lot of like these are this is the type of stuff that you guys can relate to. This is stuff that that a lot of kids, or a lot of college kids go through. College graduates go through. So if you're a person who's in college, if you're a teenager, or if you're a parent, or if you're somebody, if you're somebody you know, who's been told you can't do something, like this book is for you. Like if you've been faced with obstacles, you had to go through adversity, this book is for you, straight up. So if you're a person who's been the underdog, who always had to prove to people that you can do it, like read this book. I promise you, you'll be inspired. Uh, and number three kind of goes along with number two, clean but raw. So in this book, I don't curse in this book. I don't curse in real life. So why would I curse my poetry? And the reason why I said clean but raw because I speak about again, like what I was saying. My reason number two is that I speak from a real place. I don't speak about stuff that some people are afraid to talk about. I talk about a lot of things that's going went on in my personal life. Miss like failing the class. Uh, you know, you know, um, failing the class. Again, being having you know having a birth. Having birth disorders. Like I speak on like stuff that you guys can like a lot of especially parents can relate to because I know some of you guys are parents who have kids with special needs. Like if you're a parent, a kid on the spectrum, read this book because this speaks from that perspective. I write a poem called Abnormal. Yeah, that was me. Like that was me like 20 years ago. 22 years ago. So back when nobody was talking about autism back then, and like that was me. That was me in the late '90s. So if you have a kid with special needs, if you're a person who's, you know, trying to make it out the hood, or if you're a person who's, had just had to go through adversity at a very young age, like stuff that kind of, stuff that I won't say it's traumatized you, but stuff that kind of, shaped you, who you are today. Read this book. And the last reason is for everyone. So if you're So again, whether you're young, old, I mean, even though this book's called Young on Purpose, if you're a person who's like 60 years old, you could still relate to this book because I mean, again, I'm speaking about personal experiences. I'm speaking about stuff that I mean, not just like college kids go through, but like people who are, you know, well past college age that go through stuff. Like because I teach about a lot of things I talk about is spiritual. So I speak about a lot about you know being in the place of doubt, wondering if I'm doing the right, if I'm making the right decision, wondering if this poetry is really something that I should be pursuing for the rest of my life, or not. I mean, even though I know God has, poetry is just a gift of my, poetry is just, one things I'm good at. Like, should I, go further with poetry? Like, I speak about things that a lot of people go through, like, faith, like trust in God. Um, I speak on, um, you know, trying to, you know, trying to make it in this world. Like, I speak on a lot of things. I speak about, being a digital native. Like, so, you know, if you're a person who's into hip hop, if you're a person who's a pastor, if you're a teacher, if you're if you're an inner city kid, I believe all you guys can relate to this book in some way, shape, or form. I got a poem just about there's a poem for just about at least it's a poem that it's a poem for you. I bet you may not like everything I put out, but there's gonna be one poem that you might say, "Dang, this poem is so good. This is me right there." So yeah. So with that being said, this is Mario signing off.